Welcome everybody to Talk Sped. In this segment, I have an opportunity to interview my friend, Michelle Boyd Arenas, who's a program specialist working here with the public school district that serves TK, that is Transitional Kindergarten, through middle school. It's a middle-sized school district, I think, Michelle, with a population of 6,000. And Michelle herself, I've had the wonderful opportunity of working with her. And I know right now her life's gone through so many transitions. She's a very busy mom of two young ones. So she'll tell us a little bit more about her role and where she's working. Take it away, Michelle.
First of all, thank you so much for having me on Talk Sped, Namita. I'm so excited to be here. Our school district where I work serves students in both Roseville and Antelope, California. I also was a moderate to severe disability specialist prior to this role as program specialist, and I taught in a special day class program for several years. Now as a program specialist, I serve students, families, parents who ask for help, teachers, other administrators, anybody that wants support on a special case.
Yes, that is, thank you for sharing about your school district. And, we were just chatting a little bit about the changing role of program specialists and how COVID has impacted in this last 2 years, what our role has changed, how it has changed and morphed. One of the things that we've done lately when you talk to any of the program specialists is we're all going back to the classroom and supporting our teachers when there has been personal or family reasons or due to work outbreak of COVID. And it has given us a closer look at what the programs look like in our school district. So we're really in those classrooms and getting out there and seeing what the teachers are really talking about and really feeling their point of view, really trying to understand their point of view. So it has been an eye-opening for me also to really see some of these programs and understand what are the communication skills and strategies being used and how we can help one better improve that. So tell me a little bit about how it has been for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been substitute teaching, especially since we returned from holiday break in January, every single week, at least 2 or 3 days, all day, and especially in the special day class programs. It has been an eye-opening experience. As an experienced teacher in special classes, I'm seeing a lot of, I think how we put it was, we're used to putting out fires, and now we're getting a chance to see the sparks. We're catching those problems or things that might become problems. And it's making me realize how to identify those earlier and how to offer my help when a teacher may not realize that it could benefit them. There have been days when our whole district office has been virtually empty of administrators, as everyone from program specialists through coordinators, directors, and even assistant soups have been out in classrooms. And all of us truly have benefited in some way from that, even though it does take us away from the many other responsibilities we still have.
No, I think the all hands on deck approach really speaks a lot about school districts where we're doing that, because I think then we put our students first and we really value that, we are all here for working together and really helping all students. It's not about supporting just one classroom or a specific need, but everybody together. So I think I really feel and echo your sentiments. And I think that is something, a big learning curve for a lot of our administrators, but it gives them the real feel now. So we can solve bigger problems in a more realistic manner. I hope so. The other part that I know that has been challenging is, quickly we had to adapt to online education 2 years ago, but now our teachers are like 1 year experienced in this mode of education. So I feel like even as quickly as they know how to set up a Google Classroom, they know how to interact with parents and set up means of communication, which are more continued from the in-person learning to this online mode of learning. So this empowerment of different modalities of education is also something very unique and a great learning through the COVID. What is it that you see at your district and your end?
Yeah, I absolutely 100% agree with what you said. I've seen the same. As soon as our school district shut down in mid-March, we had teachers over one weekend already putting together online learning resources, making sure they were reaching out directly to certain students and families that they knew would need some connection to maintain the progress in education the students have made. The beginning of last year, we introduced, as a district, everything had to shift. Everything that teachers used to do, and they adapted so fast. I mean, even PE teachers are doing online lessons and having students do circuits and complete logs, and they're tracking their growth. And it was just mind-blowing. And I sometimes make fun of myself that I grew up in Sunnyvale, California. Of all people, I should be tech savvy, and I don't feel that I am. And teachers are talking to me about things they're trying and learning, and they want advice as a program specialist. Does this look good? Does that work good? And I'm saying, if you feel it does, go with your gut, because I can't tell them. I'm a little intimidated by this, but so proud, so amazed by what our teachers have done.
Yes, very true, Michelle. I think I've seen that and witnessed it myself. So I echo your sentiments there. And, of course, we know there has been a lot of challenges, and one of the challenges at Santa Clara that we faced is, though we saw kind of a dip in overall enrollment, families due to COVID have moved out from the area. It's too expensive to live here. So we see an overall dip in enrollment. However, the special education population, we see continued referrals, requests for referrals and assessments, especially with the social emotional challenges that our children have gone through. There's a very high mental health need all over the world, I think, but especially I think we're seeing and struggling with how to meet those demands and needs. And tell me a little bit about what do you see at your end?
Absolutely. We at first had a major drop in enrollment. As it is in this part of California, homeschooling is a very popular option. So that became a much more attractive option for many families. We recognize many communities in this area have strong opinions against vaccinations and masking. And so that has driven many families to exercise their right not to enroll their children in public school, which did affect enrollment. On the flip side of that, in special education, we've had an increase in enrollment, an influx of former Bay Area residents whom we welcome with open arms into our communities. And they bring, for the most part, it's been families who have children who need in-person services, who need services that for whatever reason they were not finding available back home. They've uprooted and moved. They may have also lost employment. The dollar goes much farther here than in the Bay. And so we've adjusted to even more beautifully diverse community that we have. And then talking about the social and emotional needs, the traumas that students are bringing, we definitely are seeing an increase, whether it's a student who has a mental health need or an individual who has autism. It seems that those two populations are more affected by COVID and some of the things we've all had to deal with, the isolation, the disconnection socially from others. Definitely have seen an increase in referrals. At times we get stories and hear from families, just absolutely heartbreaking tales of things that children have gone through. And for me, it has, I would say, fueled my passion to remain steadfast in this role, no matter how challenging it gets, because I need to feel like I can do something to protect and support our students and our families who are experiencing these struggles at this point in their lives.
Thank you, Michelle, for sharing your passion and your dedication to the work. And, that's what I admire about you. And I think, we need more and more, we understand that we are all here to help each other, learn from each other, collaborate together, and be here for all our students. So that is so well said. And through this COVID time, we are seeing a system-wide change. We're seeing at our district, I see how the conversation is now moving towards talking about all students, about inclusive practices. So it's an exciting time to be part of this painstakingly slow journey in California about inclusion. So I think it's moving in that direction, which is the right direction. So I think we need more steadfast and educators like you, Michelle, who are holding on the ground and being there for our students and our families, working together. So tell us, what do you think would be your message to our viewers?
Well, thank you for your kind compliments. And one message above all, and I say this as someone who welcomed a brand new baby just this past summer, I can relate to the demands of being stretched thin, feeling guilty that I don't do enough at home for my young family, and feeling guilty I'm not doing enough despite my long days and extra hours at work. It is hard, but it won't last forever. We will get through this. The number one message is, if you are feeling sad, if you are struggling, ask for help. I know it takes a great deal of strength to do so, but you will be rewarded. Your friends and your family love you, and they want to help you get the support you need, because you're worth it. We will get through it. We can stay strong.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, Michelle. Have a great day. Thanks.